Chapter 5, 1965. As the year began, Our Lady spoke, "By my flame of love, I will place the crown of success on the Holy Council." Vatican II was completed in December 1965. The Great Spiritual Darkness. By mid-January, I was in spiritual darkness, believing that all had been my imagination and pure lies. In spite of my efforts, I came under this power. This anguish was increased by doubts against faith. My confused thoughts convinced me that all was evil. This insecurity led to a violent hopelessness, so I decided that I must end my continual lies, otherwise I would be condemned. I thought, I do not want to sin, so I will rip out these lies. I will leave all behind. I will not speak with anyone who knows me. I will never go to my confessor. He is too easy on me. I will not write the Lord's words anymore. They are my own invention. I wrote under the impulse of pride. When I stopped writing these words, a new fear overpowered me that I was not fulfilling the Lord's request. I was entrapped in torments, and I even abandoned the fight for a short time. The Lord spoke, but I thought his words were just the effect of my lies. I heard the Blessed Virgin sobbing in my soul, but I took this as my own imagination. Attempts to be free. I live now in a terrible spiritual world, trying to free myself. In vain I asked the bishop, Father X, and Father D to free me from evil spirits. They calmed me down, hoping that God would make things clear. So I just continued in my lies. I asked my confessor to be strict with me because I felt he was too kind. My confessions brought no relief. The priest did not see my lies. Due to my unrest, I did not go to confession. My feelings were always changing. The battle was unbearable. For years I have been suffering this. Oh, happy death! If the good God leaves me in purgatory until Judgment Day, I will gladly accept it. In purgatory I cannot sin. Date of death. At some point, the Lord revealed to Elizabeth the date of her death. When I heard the date that I would die and be among the blessed, I was filled with thanksgiving. I will go to a new confessor and mention nothing about the cause. My previous confessions were filled with pretense. I am living with terrible torments. I went to confession and found great relief for 2 or 3 days. Really, I was captivated by happiness and could not contain it. I was at the Carmelite convent and wanted all the sisters to experience this ecstasy. I kissed the forehead of the sister companion. She experienced the effect of this grace in my soul. The Lord spoke, "The eye of God rests upon you." The Lord's assurance. On February 4th, the Lord spoke, and peace entered my soul. This gave me an unmistakable strength. The Lord said, "Satan, deprived of light, could not lead you into sin. A fierce anger overwhelmed him because you will bring about my holy will. He wanted to blot this task out of your mind. Many will oppose these messages, and you will suffer for the cause. Explain the state of your soul to your confessor." A special story. On February 14th, while at church, the Lord reminded me, "Leave now, you must buy bread for your family." However, the store was out of bread. As I was leaving, they said someone had called and ordered bread, but did not pick it up. The Lord said, "I ordered the bread for you. Time given to me never harms the family." Experiences of ecstasies. On April 7th, I told a religious sister that it seems the Lord had abandoned me. At home, the Lord said, "Why do you think I am so far away? Really, I stand next to you. Then I felt Our Lady's love and heard her say, "She is my special one also." Our Lady was so immersed in the Trinity that I could hardly distinguish her. I wondered how Jesus allowed me to experience this. He explained, "This is just a form of ecstasy that even your bodily powers can experience." Then the Lord initiated me into heavenly experiences that I cannot write about. On Monday of Holy Week, the Lord said, "Many do not see my hand begging for help. I draw close, but they turn away and keep walking the road of darkness. The flame of love will be placed on earth to enlighten these souls." The flame of love will be placed on earth to enlighten these souls. My mother wants the oil of your sacrifices to fall on the lamps of souls. I promise that whenever you pray for someone, you will never be refused. When souls make sacrifices for my saving work, I am in debt to them. They buy me with their favors. The doctor's reports. In May, I went back to the doctor who had done laboratory tests. The results showed that I had a little anemia, which was totally insignificant. He detected no sickness and prescribed no medication. His only explanation was that I accepted the sufferings of others. My nervous system is very sensitive, and this causes sufferings. He had no other answer. My children know that I am always in a poor state of health, and were greatly surprised by the doctor's evaluation. They found this strange. I just suffered, as usual. The repeated miracle of the Holy Spirit. On May 15th, the Lord said, "Do not grow indecisive in this despairing state. You must undergo the same sufferings as my disciples after my death. In this way, I can send the Holy Spirit." The great miracle is the repeated coming of the Holy Spirit. His light will spread over and penetrate the whole earth. After the Lord finished, dark suffering again filled my soul. 5 days later, the Lord surprised me. "Be strong, I will not give you any more sufferings." I was saddened and complained, "How can I come before you? Your love dominates my soul. What will happen to me? Why do you treat me this way? Do I not merit sufferings?" He spoke again, "You did not understand. I cannot increase your sufferings because you have reached the limit. There is no room for increased sufferings. I will not lessen your sufferings, nor will I spare you. You will suffer until your last breath." Work in heaven. On May 30th, Our Lady said, "After your death, you will be next to me, and the oil of your sacrifices will fall upon the lamps of earth. These will be lit again by the flame of love. They will fall upon those who have no lamp, unbelievers. They too will come to my Son. You will have work even in heaven."